Hi, in this video I cover the Python data types and built-in functions. I also show how to run a Python code, so you would be prepared to write your own Python code. So let's start. Data types. Python supports several data types including integers, floats, strings, booleans, and lists, and so on. An integer is a whole number without a decimal. For example, 5, 21, and so on. A float number is a number with a decimal point, like 3.14 or 26.001. A Boolean variable is used to keep a true or false value. For example, flag equals true or isDigit equals false. And a string is a sequence of characters that we put inside a pair of single quotation mark or double quotation mark. For example, ABC inside double quotation mark, or this one inside single quotation mark. Lists are used to store multiple values in a single variable. For example, the list of 1, 2, 3, and 4, or the list of these words. This is a list. In Python, list items can be from different types. For example, they can be from string, integer, float, like this example. I cover lists along with tuples, sets, and dictionary in more detail in a future lecture. Python has many built-in functions that can be used without the need to import any additional modules. Here are a few examples. Print method, which is used to output text or variables to the console. Input, which is used to get input from user. Len is used to get the length of a string or the number of items in a list or tuple. Type is used to get the type of a variable. Min is used to get the minimum value in a list or tuple. Round is used to round a number to a specific number of decimal places. Sum is used to add all the elements in a list or tuple. Let's see some examples. For these examples, I use Python console. For example, to get input from the user, I want to get a name from a user. So the syntax is that I call the input function with a message and it will return what the user types in. So the name John is assigned to the name variable. Now I can call print function to print a message, hello John. We can pass several arguments to print functions separated by comma, like print how, r, u. The output is a sentence like how are you. Can we use a separate print function for each word, like print how, print r, print u? Let's see. The print function prints each word on a separate line by default. That means it puts a new line character at the end of each word. We can change this behavior by adding an end argument to the function with the value of blank space. It is like this one. That way we tell the print function to place a space at the end of the word instead of a new line. We can call functions with their argument coming directly from the output of another function. It is like this, print type of name. Here the output of type function is passed to the print function. And here is another example. Number is a list of integers and float, and I want to print the type of the max of the number. And it returns float as the type of 6.4. Here the output of the max function is passed to the type function and the output of type function is passed to the print function. We can check it with the min function too and see it shows int as type of the number 2. Run Python code. To run your Python program in the command prompt, type in Python and then your Python file. Note that you need to be inside the folder that contains your file. The other option is that you can run through your IDE. For example, if you have PyCharm like me, there is a green triangle button to run the code, like this one. You also can use the terminal window in the IDE to run the code. And this is the terminal in PyCharm. Another convention we use in Python programs is that inside the Python file we can check if the module name is set to _main, like this one. This is used when we want our Python file to be run as a standalone application instead of being used in another Python file. We will see examples in the future lectures. In this video, we learned about different data types in Python. We also learned about several common built-in functions that would be useful for your daily Python programming. And finally, how to run a Python code. In the next video, I'm going to teach decision control and loops in Python. I also have an interesting coding challenge for you to solve. See you then.